Okay, so of course this ended up being the Raw right after Hell in a Cell. Just right after a lackluster Hell in a Cell. And of course we begin with John Cena. Doing the John Cena, the champ is here bit. And then also Damien Sandow comes down and talks about how he's going to cash in out and how he's going to defeat John Cena. He then proceeds to maliciously beat John Cena's injured arm with a briefcase, then cashes in. What follows is 10 minutes of pretty much Damien Sandow fighting one-armed John Cena rising above crippling injury, and like massive time when it comes to undeniable amount of beatdown, especially focusing on the arm that took him out for 2 months. Then it's a one-armed AA 1, 2, 3 and defeats him. Okay. So Damien Sandow is now the second person to cash in Money in the Bank and to fail when it comes to actually becoming champion. Okay. Great match, however, there had been no shame at all in Cena losing that match. But instead he has to do what Cena always does. He pretty much just, a one-armed man beat a healthy guy in a match. So I guess John Cena's not going to lose unless somebody either hits him with Knights of the Round Table or like Supernova. It's to the point now where it's going to need some sort of like Final Fantasy boss battle special attack to make John Cena stay down for a 3 count. So great match. It's just, at this point in time, John Cena comes back from an injury and goes right back to being near unstoppable. CM Punk took on Ryback in a street fight. Very short match. I almost think that the match between Natalya and Summer Rae went longer. CM Punk hits the Macho Man elbow to put Ryback through a table and a Conda Vice. Ryback taps out. Decent match. Short, sweet, to the point. Los Matadores continued their epic battle with 3-man band. This time 3-man band got to use all 3 members and still lost to Los Matadores. Okay. Big E Langston had a match with Dean Ambrose. Before this, Dean Ambrose cut a promo saying he's the only member of the Shield to still have a gold. He got a really dirty look from Rollins and Reigns. So of course, Rollins and Reigns get involved in the match, begin to do the triple team on Big E Langston. Basically, Usos come down. So now you have a match between the Usos, Big E versus the Shield. Great match. Entirely thought that the Usos were going to win. You have seen the big splash, gets countered, double super kick, takes out Rollins, Reigns, double spear. Super impressive. 1, 2, 3. Really solid match. The Rhodes Dynasty took on the Real Americans. The mashup for their theme song is horrible. I was going to say that trying to do the Shattered Dreams and then throwing in Smoke and Mirrors, it does not work. It sounds horrible. This match, fantastic back and forth, with the Real Americans getting the victory. Patriot Lock, tap out on Goldust. Brilliant match. Really makes those 2 guys seem severely legitimate contenders when it comes to getting those belts off of them. So it means Los Matadores, they've got some room to grow. Primetime players, solid tag team. You got the Wyatt family, solid tag team. The Shield, the Usos, the Rhodes Dynasty. Ironically, the best division right now is the tag division. Which is ridiculous to say that, about a year and a half ago, there's no tag division. Now all of a sudden, the most riveting section on the E ends up being the tag division. Miz had a match against Kane. Kane pretty much steamrolled his way through him. Called out Stephanie, and more or less said that the monster is hers to control, and then took off the mask with the hair. So interesting. I guess now we know that the Authority, or Authorita, as some people like to refer to it, now has the Shield, and Kane potentially. So if Kane to help neutralize the Big Show, which would be very interesting going into Survivor Series. Because also you can very, very easily have it be the Shield, Triple H, and potentially Kane taking on some combination of, if they want to also throw the Usos in, they can throw the Usos in. If they want to have the Rhodes family, the Rhodes Dynasty, still have a feud with the Shield or have them go on to face the Real Americans. You know, they throw in a lot of great, unique things to make a really interesting 5-on-5 match. There's enough people who want to beat up the Authority that would make for a very interesting sort of match. Daniel Bryan got to have a conversation with Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels is a heel, cut a fantastic promo. It was one of those, you will shake my hands because I am a living legend. I am the greatest wrestler of all time. Beautiful heel work. Daniel Bryan doesn't shake his hand, puts him in a yes lock, which then leads to him getting a beat down by the Wyatt family. Okay. You can see a Sister Abigail modified version where he kind of slams him head first into it's a chain link fence. It's nice. I liked it. It was good. After CM Punk's match, the Wyatt family attacked him. Okay, so far that means that they've attacked Daniel Bryan, The Miz, and CM Punk. Interesting. That's actually really intriguing. I think that any of those three guys versus Bray Wyatt or against the Wyatt family would make for a very interesting sort of feud. The tag match where AJ and Tamina took on Brie and Nikki Bella. Of course, Brie was concerned that Daniel Bryan was on his way to the hospital, and so she was kind of not into the match. But that's okay, because Tamina and AJ pretty much fully demolished that team. Got the nice, good old-fashioned pinfall on Nikki. And again, Tamina swung Nikki into Brie, so I guess they're trying to feign those two maybe breaking up, which will do nothing for them, since their whole thing is they're twins. Summer Rae took on Natalya in Summer Rae's first official match with the E. I really do wish they would bring up the fact that she does really solid work in NXT. Her match with Natalya, decent. I will say Summer Rae does have more personality than like half the divas currently. It is weird she's trying to do the female version of the Fandango gimmick, and it seems really weird. You know, so all in all, she works better on the NXT version of Summer Rae than she does for the big WWE version, but solid, good. It's weird, we had 2 women's matches. We had 2 tag matches. We had 2 titles on the line. This was actually a really solid Raw. Ironically, you should have put this Raw where the pay-per-view was. Dropped the Hell in a Cell a couple of times, reduced some of the recap, and you would have had an actually pretty solid pay-per-view. So now we come to the main event of Raw, celebrating Randy Orton's championship win. If you didn't think Big Show was going to come down and attack everybody and get his comeuppance against the Authority, apparently you'd watch that much wrestling. Because of course Big Show made his way down to the ring, gets attacked by the Shield, the Usos and the Rhodes show up, begin to attack the Shield, everyone who's on the barricade up top also begins to attack the Shield, so now you have pretty much Orton inside the ring by himself against Big Show. Show knocks him out. It's okay. So they're doing a great job building up Cody Rhodes and the Big Show. Daniel Bryan, Damian Sandow, But all in all, a much better 3 hours of wrestling than the pay-per-view last night.